In Mark 4, the disciples are on a ship with Jesus, who's taken a little snoozer when this big storm hits and the boat starts filling up with water. So the disciples wake up Jesus and ask him to calm the storm, which he does, but then he rebukes them for having such little faith and for being so afraid. And this story has always kind of confused me a little bit because even though it's amazing that Christ calms the sea, I didn't really understand why he gets so mad at them just for asking for help. I mean, I also get a little bit cranky when people try and wake me up from my naps, so... But it just confused me to think that God would be irritated with us for turning to him. But pay attention to what the disciples actually say to Christ in this story. They say, "Carest thou not that we perish?" And it just kind of hit me how much it must have hurt Christ to hear those words. That Christ didn't rebuke his disciples for turning to him in trials, but for accusing him of not caring about them, of all people. And I think that's something that we are often tempted to think in the midst of our own trials when we feel alone, thinking, does God even care about me in my trials? I assure you, nobody cares more about your trials than he does, and he always wants you to come to him for help. No amount of questions or concerns or pleas for help is ever going to cause him to be irritated with you. He is always there for you. And while he can't promise us that we'll never go through a storm, if we have faith in him, he will calm them and help us to get through them.